Hey, everybody, it's Clint Powell once again with Eric Buchanan and Associates, where I get to ask some simple questions, very casual conversations, and I get attorneys, professionals, people that know what they're doing. They get to answer those questions. So with that being said, let's bring up our guest today, Noah Breazeale. Noah, how are you doing, sir?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you for having me. I heard you had a question about disability insurance.
I do. You know, we sit at the table, we get the notifications in the mail. I don't speak insurance. You do. Proof of disability. What does that mean in your world?
That's a great question, and is one that we get quite a lot, and it can be really important to people's disability claims. And the first thing that I would kind of suggest is when it comes to proof of disability, unfortunately, there is rarely a clear-cut black and white answer. And there are a couple of reasons for why, but just in general, it can be hard to have that check the box, this is exactly the proof that I need for my claim. One thing that makes that difficult is that the insurance policies, although sometimes they can specify and provide detail as to what exactly is going to be required of a person, a lot of the times it's ambiguous and it says something like proof satisfactory to us.
Yeah. Well, and proof to you is different than proof to me. Of course, I can't work. If I could, I would, right? And so if we're leaving up to Clint standards, then of course my claim is valid. So that's
And
why I think it's important to have people like you.
absolutely, absolutely. And, in that same vein, the policy is going to have all of these specific definitions for what does it mean to be disabled. And that all kind of interplays with one another. And a lot of times it ends up just being a confusing mess.
Yeah.
So the other thing that makes it difficult to give a clear-cut answer of, well, what is proof of disability is everyone's disability is different. First, people have different conditions. Maybe one person has back issues, another person suffers from anxiety. Obviously, the evidence that you would submit for your claim, depending on which one of those conditions you suffer from, is going to vary. Beyond that, even if you had the same condition as someone else, there's going to be differences in severity and all sorts of things that can just make that a hard question to
Right.
answer.
Yeah.
But all hope is not lost, because I do think that there are some simple guideposts that I follow when I help people with their disability claims, and that I think anyone can follow. First,
Okay.
um, look to your doctor. Your doctor or doctors, doesn't have to be just one, are going to be a great source of information and potentially of support for your disability claim. They know you, they know your condition. They're usually experts in their field, and all of those things combine to make them a great source for good evidence for your disability. Beyond that, and of course, this is going to vary because there aren't special kind of tests that can measure all sorts of different disabilities. But for a lot of people, a person can go out and get a functional capacity exam, or do something like a neurocognitive evaluation and other kind of specialized tests that can often, in addition to that support from your doctor, give some objective measurements of people's impairments and can be very helpful for their claims.
I wrote one word down while you were talking, and then I'll let you tell everybody how to get a hold of you and your team. And that is it. It's the word team. And when you're going through something like this, when you open up that insurance policy and it's the 3 font and it's insurance, I don't speak insurance. You do. It is important to have the doctors and the attorneys and the team and those specialists around you, and let each of them do what they're good at. And it relieves a lot of stress. At least it did for me when I used Eric. When I knew other people knew what they were doing, it made me feel better. So with all of that being said, if somebody watches this video and says, I want to talk to Noah or someone else on the Buchanan team, how do they get a hold of you?
Sure. So the easiest way is just to give our office a call. And our number is 423-634-2506. Another way that you can get in contact with us and learn more about disability insurance and just about how our team operates is to visit our website at buchanandisability.com. It's a fantastic website, and it's got a lot of very helpful information on there.
Very good. Thank you very much, Noah. I appreciate the time, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, everybody.